Welcome again to my channel, All About Gaming. Your host, Dark Intent. I am back with another Division build. Probably one you've seen before, nothing new. But I just want to talk about some of my builds that I have. And this is one of my hardest hitting builds that I've ever constructed. Mainly due to because of all the damage, not crit damage, but just raw damage. And let's get into it a little bit. So we have the Lady of Death, triple god roll, and I originally also had another SMG. I had the MPX I was using with measured, but I wanted to try out the mop because of the 10% armor on kill. Now, what I particularly like this build is because the armor on kill. It's not so much the shotgun and SMG damage, which is dope. That reminds me of old school kind of Lone Star. But it is the armor on kill. It is the armor on kill. It is the armor on kill. And let me just break it down. I'm pretty sure you could put some more on here, but the way I have it currently, um, I don't see any other way you could really stack more, unless you remove certain pieces, and then that would just go against the Hunter's Fury itself. So as you see, again, I have a triple god roll, Lady of Death, which gives me that 75% damage while running and or walking, but it stacks up faster when you're running. And then when you make that kill, you get that 20% extra movement and speed. And I have the mop, which gives me 10% armor on kill. I put pummel on there. It's 13.3, but obviously I can just optimize that, even though it'll take 1,000 years to do that. And I stick with the card. The card is almost double god roll. Actually came like that, just optimize it. But I stuck the finisher on there, give me extra 30 crit chance and 30 crit damage. Now, on my Lady of Death, I have 47 crit chance and 121 crit damage. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, well, you got an SMG, it's 47 crit damage, crit chance. It's not super low, but it's not particularly high, because usually when you have an SMG, you want to get a lot of crit damage. You want to get most of your crits. Now, that's why the finisher comes in, because once I use that finisher, even though it's 15 seconds, y'all, I'm at max crit chance. And then I get 151 on crit damage, which is okay. But that's not really what the whole gist of this build is with that damage. Um, and just to say that I have 68.8% all weapon bonus mixed with 55 point submachine bonus. So right there, you're talking about over 100 and something damage right then and there. I don't know the exact numbers. Just add it for yourself. But that's not even incorporating the 75% that you get. Roughly, I've calculated it before. I can get up to over 200 and something percent just weapon damage, which with the lady with everything proc on armor, even on armor, I can get up to over a mil in crit damage, which is bananas. Um, just goes to show you, that you can put. It's not always about the crit, It's not always about the weapon either, but it's not always about the crit. So you can see that I get, that weapon damage, and that 55% bonus, and that's coming from, and let's just break it down a little bit. So the 68.8 is coming from the Hunter's muzzle. This is basically all the cores. So I have 4 cores. So it's coming from the chest piece, the mask, the gloves, and the memento backpack, which this submachine is coming from, and that's coming from, the 15% on the gunner, the 10% from the chest, and the, I guess, the Hunter's Fury's damage, the 15% from the Hunter's Fury. Interesting enough, this is including the Lady Death's talent of the 75%. So you should just add the 75% because it says items. It doesn't say Lady Death special. So in actuality, this is actually higher than that, and that's where I get the 200 from, roughly. Um, but it's not adding the memento either. So let's get into it just a little bit more. So I want to talk about the armor on kill. I have 422,000 armor on kill, which is pretty dope. I'm at 1.3 with the memento, but I get 422,000 back in armor and max on health because of the Hunter's Fury special 4-piece. I don't have much in armor regeneration, which I have nothing. But that's not true too, because the Memento backpack also covers that. And I believe it's up to like 1% once you get it totally maxed. Um, let's flip it to the shotgun. I'm not going to get too crazy into detail about it, but let's go with the shotgun. So the shotgun isn't crazy either as far as crit damage. It's even worse, actually. It's 21% at 116. Granted, the 30% from the finisher will bring this up to 51 and make that 46. But what makes this mop so gangster, in my opinion, is I get 551,000 armor on kill. That just means that I have to do 3 kills, not even, barely, 3 kills, and I get all my armor back. Really, honestly, 2 kills, 151. That's bananas in itself. Could I use this in PvP? No, not really, because with the armors and everybody using shields, it'd be really tough to use that, and I would have to use my teammates to kind of mow them down and then sweep them out, and then once it starts to get going, maybe I could do that. The thing about this build is it takes a little while to get the momentum going with all the perks, but it's 551 on armor on kill, which is a huge benefit, which is like making me kind of tanky without being a tank, if you get what I'm saying. So let's get into the build a little bit. So we have the mask. Well, obviously, let's talk about the talents. You got 15% on SMGs, 15% on shotguns, 20% armor on kill. That's right off the bat, and 100% health on kill. So, like it's some poison, whatever, I can kill something and get my health back immediately. We all know the talents. They get debuffed within 15 meters. They receive a 20% um, debuff, so you hit them harder for 20 more percent. So I guess you could kind of sort of count that as damage. It does work in PvP as well. I just don't know if it's 20%. It could be less. Um, but they do get hit more. You just don't see the icon because the icon would show where they're at. And I didn't know that for the longest time. And then you have the debuff, which is the other piece. So if you count 20%, right, that you get for hitting the NPC, let's just say, that's a 20% buff that you get to your weapon because they get debuffed. And then you get another 5% for every other additional kill that you make. Killing an enemy with your weapon disorients other enemies within 5 meters and amplifies the damage by 5% for 10 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. So not only do you get an immediate 20% raise on your weapon when you're shooting an NPC or wherever, you get an additional 5% 5 times. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 5, yeah, 5 times 5 is 25. So that's 45% potential max weapon damage that you can get right off there. That's that. In conjunction with the Lady Death 75% that you already got for just walking, running around. All right, so you guys do the numbers. So that's that. Now here I have my weapon damage at max, crit damage at max, 12% damage mod on the memento. I don't have it max stats. I was kind of going back and forth with this, but this is the best I got it. I didn't want to mess with it anymore because it just gets really wacky as far as trying to get that to be, double. I just got to. I mean, the armor's almost there. weapon damage is almost there. It's all good. I put a armor on kill mod on there, and I have to go back to the stats and show you. But this is almost maxed. I had one that was maxed, and then I tried to modify the Memento backpack and like a dummy. I didn't read it. I was just pressing buttons. I actually got rid of a mod that was max armor on kill that somebody had dropped for me, which was absolutely 100% stupid. So please read the when you're about to press a button. But the Memento backpack, for every red you have, that's 5% weapon damage. So I have 4 reds, that's 20% per kill. Now mind you, that's 75% from the Lady of Death. That's 20% just off the cuff with the hunters, and then another 25% when you max that bar out from the hunters. Alright, so we're doing math right here. So that's 20% that I get for every kill. On top of that, Lady of Death, 10% bonus armor, so I have 3 thanks to the Memento backpack. So I get 30% bonus armor, which stacks. And then the efficiency, skill efficiency, which is all around her, which is not, I don't really pay too much attention to it, but it does take my shocks up to, I want to say the shock radius, shock time, shock radius, shock duration. I believe it takes it up to almost 4 seconds, if not a little bit past, which is actually pretty good for not having any yellows at all, other than the one that's on the Memento backpack. Gloves is maxed out, weapon damage, crit damage. Oh yeah, but for every 1%, so you get 20% for the reds, 30% for the blues, as far as armor goes. But for the other perk is for every one that you kill, you get 1% added to that, which stacks to 30. So once you get that bar going, not only are you getting 20% off your backpack when you kill an NPC or whatever, you max that bar out, that 20% now becomes 50%. Again, we're talking 20%, 50%, 75%, another 20%, another 25%, right? That's adding up pretty quick, ladies and gentlemen. Then you got here, maxed out, crit damage, weapon. Here, I gotta max out the crit damage here. Trade it for armor. Also, armor, maxed out crit damage. And then you have Sokolov. And originally I was going to put this with a Grupo for more crit damage, but in my mind I was thinking, alright, well, I don't have a lot of crit chance. Granted, I can use the finisher, and I don't have a lot of crit damage. So Grupo would help with the crit damage, because you all know the more crit damage you have, the higher crit damage, obviously, the higher the crit damage. Higher the crit damage that you have, the higher the crit damage that you give. But I started to think about it for a little bit, and I was wondering, like, well, that's true, but what's more consistent? Not necessarily what's greater, but what's more consistent, given the circumstances that I have this particular building with 47 and 121, because I'm going to have to rely on the finisher. And to be honest with you, I don't always think about that finisher. So I decided to leave it with the Sokolov, because yes, I get a 15% is greater than 10%, but that the crit chance is the way it is. 60% of crit chance gives you every other bullet. I don't know what 47% chance gives you. However, I know it's not every other bullet. So what I would assume that the crit chance would probably give you maybe every 2 to 3 bullets you get a crit damage, which is, fine, because it doesn't always go like that. Sometimes you can get crit hit, and then no crit hits for the rest of it. But the percentage of the amount does never change. It's just the assortment of how, when the bullets come out, what is crit and what isn't crit. But the number of amount of crits that you get is always going to be the same. But I thought to myself, you know what, though? It's better to keep it with regular damage, because the regular damage is always going to be consistent. It only changes when you add or take away. Same with crit. But if if I don't have it at 60, it's not going to be any every other. So in my mind, in my logic, it was better to go with the more damage that was more consistent, which is the regular damage. Then you have Intimidate, which is a beast. Now, the memento can act as adrenaline rush in a sense, right? Because adrenaline rush is like for every NPC or enemy that comes near you within 10 meters, you get well, in open world, you get, 20%. You can get up to 60%. If you have three NPCs on you, you can get up to 60% and an extra bonus armor. And it repeats consistently. I think there's a small window of cooldown, but it's not much. But with this, I get it per kill along with weapon damage. So I just felt that it's actually a better perk because it stacks more than 60%. And if somebody happens to have Vanguard in the group, oh my gosh, it's a beautiful thing. But yeah, so I went with the Sokolov. And if I happen to find a Grupo, then I'll test it out. But I did test it out with another Grupo. It wasn't the same attributes, it was a little lower. I just felt like the 15% increase versus the Sokolov 10% weapon damage, it wasn't, yes, the crit damage was more, but it just wasn't as consistent. So you have 10% from the SMG, and then you have Intimidate. So that's 35%. And the thing is like Intimidate will proc as soon as I have bonus armor. Now it says while you have bonus armor and total weapon damage by 35% enemy to enemies within 10 meters. But I've had bonus armor and I don't necessarily have to be within 10 meters. The icon comes up and it tells me it's ready to rock. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm mostly going to be in their faces anyway because I'm going to want that damage to armor. But there's some times where I'm not. But let's get back to the numbers. We're talking about, and I'm talking about max numbers. We're talking about 35%. We're talking about 45%. We're talking about 75%. We're talking about 20%, another 30% max. So that's 50%, right? So you do the math on all that, and then you tell me what you're getting when you're critting, and then if you tell me if you're going to worry about putting a goal in here or not, because all that damage adds up to be a lot. And furthermore, I've got 10% from Gunner, 20% from the Hunter's Fury with armor on kill. I've got the mod, max mod, 18,885 armor on kill, plus another one. So that generates for me, it doesn't say, I did the numbers, it just says what it says, but there's another way to look at the actual percentage amount. And I'm not sure exactly where it was, but I did my numbers and it ended up being about 64, 65% that I would get back on armor on kill. So that's pretty damn good. So if it's 64% with just this, it's going to be crazy with the other build, the other gun, the mop, which I wasn't using at first. I didn't like the gun because it had some very odd handling. But just to show you what I'm talking about, let me demonstrate. Although with the new update, they kind of took out the memento backpack. Like I guess maybe it was a glitch where you could kind of get the memento backpack and then go into a mission and have it all procced. I don't know. I don't keep up with that stuff. But just alone, even without the memento working, look at what the damage this thing can do. And then look at the armor on kill on top of that with both guns.
Vital signs critical.
I just realized my mic was freaking probably off the whole time. Sorry, y'all. I'm sitting there talking, and you probably hear nothing but silence. Awesome. So, yeah, if I go, it's Bluetooth. So if I go out a certain amount, like when I went to go use the bathroom prior, it'll cut out, and then I won't even notice it. So this whole time I was probably talking to myself. So anyway, what I was saying is it's really all about that weapon damage on there, and just do the math on the numbers on what I was showing you with the 35%, the 20%, the 75% on the lady, the 45% that you can get on the Hunter's Fury Max, and the additional 30% that you can get off the Memento backpack with the 20% drops. That's a lot of damage. It's really like 210 and change just for the lady, and then the high armor on kill with the mop. This is something crazy. I could use a Wyvern backpack for my one build. I don't know. It's whatever. Who cares? This mission's a mission. I really need to do these manhunts though. But I have been looking for Seska. Maybe somebody is doing the same thing. We'll see.
Invite to another agent's group.
Let's check it out. They won't be able to hear me though. And I'm sorry if my mic sounds a little fuzzy in there, because like I said, Bluetooth, I think it's my PlayStation, but it does that from time to time. It's like with every mic. Sometimes it doesn't do it at all, sometimes it just distorts my voice.
You should be able to access the morgue at the far end of the West Wing construction site. If they haven't been disposing of the corpses properly, we could have another outbreak on our hands. Looks like they're coming from the DCD complex. Whatever's happening over there, we need to shut it down.
Somebody's using a phone, I think. Oh, they got this stupid... Is that what I saw? I usually see green. It's like one of those...
I think the outcasts are using blood from an asymptomatic carrier. Somebody who's infected but doesn't show
you know, like
symptoms.
one of those
If I'm right,
directives.
they're weaponizing green poison and turning it loose on the
If you collect all the green... I hate those things, but it doesn't look like there's any directives on. But we'll see. Shout out to my boy Drew, if you're watching. I put it on a big screen, so if anybody's making any comments, I cannot see. Because Drew said he doesn't like it when it's the small screen. You can see the chat. Follow me, big man. Follow me. Going right in there. Switch them up. Start lighting them up.
Serious trauma detected.
Yeah. Well, they just made
Agent
me a target.
incapacitated.
Should have stayed here back here with the boys. Usually I should start off with the mop. The mop is easier because I don't have to worry about...
Agent down.
Really? I don't have to worry about running around and getting the re-up for the thing, but
Emily's the head of the outcasts. If she's an asymptomatic carrier, they've got an endless supply of the virus to play with.
Agent, your route out is going to take you into the DCD research library.
Hey, while you're in there, do me a favor. Recover everything you can on broad-spectrum antivirals.
like I said, give it a minute, and when this thing starts revving up, even though they did already pretty much more than half of the mission. What sucks is like when you go from mission to another, like you got to do it all over again. Like if I was to stay here, it'd stay, but obviously I'm not going to stay here. And away we go. Try with those reds. Collect, give me that. Really trying to get this white bar up as fast as I can. It's not about anything else.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Data analysis lab is just ahead. See what data you can grab at Kelso.
Data transfer initiated. Serious trauma detected. Agent down.
Yeah. I'm acting like I don't know how to play.
Data transfer completed.
Clear to get out of there. The lab and samples destroyed. I don't think the outcasts are going to be able to do much else from here.
Thanks for getting me that data to play with.
Hostiles are moving to your position. Suggest an egress through the courtyard to avoid getting boxed in.
Here they come. Be careful.
Alright, let's get these up here. All the action's gonna be up here, which is a good thing, but still gotta get this white bar up. Once I get this white bar up, everything else is peaches. Uh-huh. What I'm gonna do is come up right behind you. Oh, she's running. That's what she's doing. Somebody sniped her.
Immediate medical
Somebody's
assistance
coming up
needed.
from behind. I got pincered.
Agent out of action.
And it's got this terrible rain. So these guys aren't coming to get me, so. He didn't die even though he was hurt. Appreciate it. He's gonna die.
Agent down.
And I got
Serious
popped
trauma detected.
from somebody above.
Agent killed.
And sometimes it's tunnel vision. You get too focused on the shooting and not worried about what's going on with the teammate.
An agent needs assistance.
And then we die. And he's dead. Yeah. This is why you should have a revive out. This is why I should have a revive out. This guy's too busy worried about, killing people, which I get. You kill them off, you start it, you end the mission. Probably only him left anyway. Me personally, I'm not like that. I'm about picking up the teammates. But it was only that one dude, so whatever. I look like a clown right there. It's all good. You're not that worried about it. I can barely see it as it is. Well, one, because I have the giant glare on my TV from the sun. And two, the blacks on my TV are really black, so sometimes I can't see what's right in front of me. Even if I have lightened it up, but it's whatever.
An agent is no longer in your group. Another agent is now group leader.
I don't think I got anything I was looking for anyway. Yeah, but this was another Eagle Bear build. I was like, oh, this is max crit chance and armor regen, but then I have to put in the weapon damage, and this is max weapon and armor regen, but all I have to do is put in the crit chance. So I didn't want to throw it away. I wasn't sure what to do, which one was easier. But honestly, I think, oh wait, this is not together. I think,
An agent has left your group.
or max armor, what have you. Max weapon damage is better. I don't need it, but I'll take it. Oh yeah. Appreciate it, even though it's parts. It's just scrap.
You
The
have
sweet,
left.
the sweet dreams I have is better than that. And I'm just collecting parts. I got all these caches. I got like 14 exotic caches. Don't ask me why. I was using it just for parts, but I was gonna mess with that memento backpack. I really was, but I was thinking to myself, you gotta be insane to do that. So if I end up getting a memento backpack that's better, then I would use that. It's really it, because I don't use the other ones. Like, I don't use the merciless, even though that's kind of like, I think I have a double god roll one. But yeah, I don't really mess with that stuff. Like all my other exotics, I just have them. You know, the only ones I really mess with, even the chatterbox, I don't even really use. Because I just feel like the chatterbox is just not what it used to be. Honestly. Yeah, I got a double god roll, but it's just, I don't know. The Bullet King I don't use, I don't really care for. Sweet Dreams, maybe. I used to love that thing back in the day. When this game first started. Diamondback, I don't use. Nice rolls though. Merciless, I don't use. Double god roll, almost triple. I don't use it. Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the chat. Thank you for coming through. I cannot see you, and I don't get my chats to the phone, so whoever stopped by, because I have it on full screen, so I can't see. I'm sorry. But feel free to leave a comment below. I'll check it eventually. But yeah, I need another mission, because that wasn't a good display of this build. Although I have been thinking about putting the Revive Hive on just because. Just because.
You have received an invite to...
Rocking this Hunter Fury build, man, I'm telling you, it just puts a whole different spin on things.
Enemy helicopter approaching.
Get yourself ready, Agent. Black Tusk has taken over the memorial to control access to the bridge. Get them out of there.
Lit up already? Pump. Oh, he's beautifully don't even know what this is dropping. This is just dropping. Fenris. Okay. Yeah, I don't need any Fenris, but it's always good to have for that Iove build if I want to flex something. But not really. But Fenris is always good to have. Blinded and I just got here. Doggy. I forgot to come up behind it.
Right here. What the hell?
Thought I could claw him. Big man. Wow.
There are more targets past the gate.
Which is gonna make it a little difficult for me to get up because he's got that sniper, and that thing hits for a ton.
An agent has disconnected. Rogue agent detected.
Oh boy. Let's get these rogue agents.
Rogue assault turret detected.
Of course, you got me all pegged up, right? That's the banana put down here.
Assistance needed.
How do you move the truck?
Agent down.
You shoot me through the tent?
Rogue Stinger Hive detected.
I mean, I guess that's realistic.
Agent down.
That's realistic, I guess. I just didn't think you'd shoot me through the tent. Oh, we're both down.
An agent needs assistance.
Oh gosh, come on.
Agent killed.
We're all killed. Excellent. I got shot while I was getting into cover.
Target lost.
And then somebody was disconnected.
An agent is no longer in your group. An agent is back online.
Don't look at me, stupid. And I threw the lady short. Yeah. But like I said, once this thing gets, it takes a while for it to get started. That's the unfortunate part. But if it does, I don't even know what killed that thing. I'm getting healed too.
here. Me while I go for it.
Our boy's coming down for last. Run into it.
Good. Head in and secure the underground.
I heard that chopper, they must have been taking care of it while I was taking care of this dude up front.
Another agent has joined your group.
I always go right. Because they'll run over here like this guy is. Once that crit damage, that piece comes in.
Agent down.
A freak.
No clearing.
Ay, ay, ay.
Run on the way.
An agent needs assistance.
This guy's acting nuts. Oh, that's that.
Tango's got our man.
No, I'm not gonna pick you up. You're acting like an idiot. Begins. Like I said, it starts getting real. This Hunter Fury starts getting real. Oh, somebody gave me some extra crit damage too. Talking about pick me up. You run around looking like a dummy. Nah, scratch that. Stop what I'm doing to come pick you up. Mind you, if you see that's getting halfway now, and this guy's giving me extra crit damage or chance or whatever, that's just gonna make it even worse. Worse for the NPC. Better for me. Before this mission's out, you probably will see a mill and crit. When that backpack gets loaded up, oof. Bunch of garbage. I usually just crush it or sell it. Freaking rainbows. It's a nice, decent healing backpack.
Bastards taking hits.
Decent.
Assistance needed. Agent incapacitated.
Okay. Okay. I guess he shot me at an angle. I'll allow that, I guess. Brap. What the heck? Somebody put me just... Come here, homie.
Vital signs critical.
Somebody's always gotta... Thank you. I'm on kill home.
What was that?
Yeah, that's what it was. Where you going, homie? Where you running to? Oh no, here comes the massacre.
Agent down. Immediate medical assistance needed.
He got me.
Agent out of action.
He got me, boy. I was on a roll too. He's about to die.
An agent needs assistance.
He's trying to take on a whole team instead of just running back into cover. I didn't know they were going to spawn right there. I just happened to run into it.
I got him.
Nah, you about to get hit, homie. I think, see? And see how armor on kill works? I'm gonna take this dude out. Freak it. Normally I would pick him up, but he's the only one that needs to be taken down. And I got all these, what you call it, that are just laying on the floor. Get them in and stack your armor. Now that this thing is almost complete, this Lady Death is hitting at 119? For real? At 1.2 mil? Okay. I'm a little shocked because I don't usually get those numbers, so somebody must be wearing something. Usually it's 102. And this is coming from what, 92? Somebody's wearing something. Somebody's wearing something. No? Oh, yeah. Future initiative. I'll take it. I will take it. Ooh, that's juicy. It's juicy. 120? Dude. 120 with the Lady of Death? And that's not incorporating her 75%, blah, blah, blah. And all that other stuff. Man, that might just make me a monster. Made a monster even worse. Look at that. Really go to work now. Right. This guy, you know what's on the street? Nah, you ain't getting one. You ain't getting one. I'm just gonna be on a rampage. Now I'm probably out where I need to be. Thank you. Thank you. It don't even matter. I got armor regen too. Pretty good. Pop the gate. Oh my goodness. Get me out of this shot. You do? Oh, you freaking...
Agent incapacitated.
Ooh, lucky that didn't shock you in time. Not vulnerable. I have reconsidered putting that revive valve on. Probably should. Honest with you. Usually do any other time. With stability.
The command room is secure, but still no sign of the commanders. Find them and neutralize them.
lit up.
Agent out of action.
We had a bar and some change. I ain't have enough health, armor.
Vital signs critical.
Doesn't mean I'm impervious, it just means I'm harder to hit. I love when they do that. Some asshole sitting in there while everybody else was trying to collect stuff. Somebody was nice enough to sit in there and do that. Freaking. That's why I hate playing with rookies. Or just inconsiderate people. But if you look at the skills, so the radius didn't go up, obviously, but it was at 3.3. Shock duration went up to 4.3. And now the bleed damage was at 32,000. Now that the white bar is maxed, it went up to 50. And it was like 332.
An agent has left your group.
That's a big jump for just one yellow and, you know, getting that extra 30% on skill efficiency. Sorry guys, I used the bathroom real quick. Yeah, I wasn't too far off, even though I was kind of messing up a little bit. But as far as damage is concerned, $46 million. I can get more than that. Unfortunately, these guys aren't probably going to do this mission over again. And I'm about to do that. I have no idea why it's flashing like that. But it just takes a little while to get ready. But I mean, other than that, Once this thing goes, once that white bar gets halfway, and then the Hunter's Fury kicks in and all that other crap, this is a very tough customer, and I always stay with armor.
An agent is no longer in your group. You have been promoted to group leader.
Yeah, I'm gonna run this back. I don't care. Just run it back just cause. Okay, does that. Nor was I trying to look at this thing. This guy is talking or breathing heavily. I don't know, but let's see what he's rocking anyway. TP, Coyote, triple gyro Coyote. It's alright.
We need you to secure the memorial and remove the True Sons forces. If they maintain this outpost, True Sons will be a direct threat to the campus.
Another agent is now in your group.
Here, big man. You take that.
Serious trauma detected. Immediate medical
You know how hard that
assistance
red is?
needed.
He should have been dead already.
Agent down.
Yes, I know he has a little bit more armor, but he's still a red. Why is he that, you know? He should have been dead. Get off of me.
Another agent has joined your group.
Somebody left that damn door wide open. Come on, let me tell me I got somebody in my team that has some sense.
An agent needs assistance.
No.
Agent vital signs 0.
I don't know where this other dude is, but he's about to get booted. That's crazy. I was on the run and all it was just that one dude stopping. Taking a little too long to get killed. Ridiculous. Right.
Agent down.
God.
An agent needs assistance.
Of course he does. What is going on here? I'm so about to boot you, y'all.
Got a visual on additional hostiles in the memorial compound. They're moving south. There's a gate between you. It looks closed from here.
Agent, you'll need to find a way to open that gate.
Nope. Oh, that took so long. I do not know. Well, a bunch of shield hoarders, so you know how that goes. %, headshot damage. I don't even use it, but I'll keep it. I think that's my second one.
Serious trauma
Look at that.
detected. An agent needs assistance. Agent out of action.
Yeah, he had to come up behind me,
Agent down.
and he got melee and got choked out. And because they have so much endurance, because there's 4 of us now, I got beat up too. Actually, I got hit by that guy above me, not the shotgun guy. And I'm trying to pick up this Darth guy. I don't know what he's doing, but.
Agent vital signs 0.
RPG on the way.
I took that right to the face. Okay, that is not the way to go.
shot!
Shut up.
All clear. I repeat, the compound is all clear.
No, that can't be all of them. Check the interior while I get Henry's people to maintain the perimeter.
Yeah, usually, yeah, 102, 103 is what it gets up to. Now, mind you, I could do and get that 120 or whatever with that 15% to make this thing even deadlier. But I like it at 113. Even though in this realm it doesn't matter, you can have 1.8 and still get melted, you know, by a purple. Because armor doesn't apply. I don't like you running into that. What was that? Yeah, I see you on me, but you have to wait. Wow, that one, that's nice. And then when they get killed by that, it goes right to my bonus line. Fireflies, I didn't know that. I think it's the same thing applies with damage to armor with a turn.
Can't access data on this location. Stay alert. I don't know what you're walking into.
That's what I meant to turn the shock traps into a turn. But I just get a good result when I do, just like I did, shock traps and then the firefly. And it's stuck, I can't move. But yeah, the turn probably would be better. If you don't move the hell out my way.
Shells as chemical weapons. Can't afford to let the True Sons escape with those. You gotta find a way to close up that tunnel.
Well, crazy.
Vital signs critical.
All kinds of. Yep, that's not why I wanted to throw it, but that's how we're going to do it.
detected.
Come on. You made me throw my grenade the wrong way. That beautiful armor regen coming into play. Too slow. I'm going from one to the other.
Agent incapacitated.
Stupid. Pick me up. Thank you.
Serious trauma detected.
Oh,
An agent needs assistance.
what?
Agent vital signs 0.
How the hell did I get hit? What did I get by? Reload. No, I should have just used my gunner. There's a memento applies to the gunner too. Look at that, it's 202.
According to the schematics Isaac pulled upstairs, we can lock that tunnel door from their control center. That should keep them from being able to transport those mortars loaded with DC-62.
Medical assistance needed. Agent down.
Come on.
Agent down.
Yeah, that's the only draw. Well, the Lady of Death, man. You just 32 rounds, bro. That's all I gotta say. I mean, this thing slaps, don't get me wrong, but... I have no idea who else they were killing. I couldn't see anything.
That should keep them from getting more of those mortars.
You think closing the tunnel is smart? Fuck you! You put lots of stuff in with us. I'll make sure you rot down here.
Well, I'm my way. Freaking idiot. Fill this up. Oh, you're not dead? I don't know. I don't know what he got hit with, but it was nasty, whatever he got hit with.
An agent needs assistance.
And here we go, boys. This chick. Oh, he's in here.
Good work. Go on ahead,
Harry.
Echo. The team from the campus has taken position inside the memorial.
Tardigrade. The sacrifice. Perfect glass cannon. Check it out, y'all. It's got status effects. This is one I wanted to put on there. I wonder. I can't do it, but I'll keep it anyway. That's really what I should be farming for, not this crap. I really didn't get anything I want to keep anyway, to be honest with you. Let's see what I got here as far as fenders goes. Nothing. Nothing particularly good. I don't know. Somebody might want that. Repair skills. What the hell am I gonna do with repair skills?
An agent has left your group.
I thought I did have one fender's something good. This wasn't bad if you want to change something. I mean, it's trash, but you know, it is what it is. That's on them. They're standing there. That's on them. They missed out, not me. That's what you gotta do when you deal with retard people. And they're talking to each other. Hi, I'm an idiot. Yeah, I'm an idiot too. You know what? Let's be idiot friends. Yeah.
Today, we dealt a great blow to the True Sun's infrastructure.
Let's see what this damage
We
is talking
confiscated
about.
a massive cache of chemical weapons and eliminated their stronghold near the campus. You should be proud. You saved a lot of lives today.
Yeah. With only 59 kills at that. Don't even ask me what that is. 132 mils of damage to named. Team damage. It's crazy. That's what happens when you have upstairs lasers. I'm out of here. These guys are chumps.
You have the...
So that's basically it, people. I mean, you know, this thing slaps. The issue is that it takes a while before it slaps, and usually I have to rely on using the mop a little bit more, just because I don't have to run around like a madman trying to get 32 rounds or, you know, whatever, 32 rounds out of the lady consecutively like that. But you know, you just gotta run around like a madman, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because NPCs you can get to certain places faster. But just like I'm not always pulling out that finisher, and I'm not always switching to the mop until I realize, like, all right, I need more armor back. So the mop is what does that. But once that thing gets started and the finisher is on, it's a monster. It's a monster. And that shotgun going up to 1.2 mil with, you know, he had future initiative on. Just nastiness. Just nastiness. It's also good to absorb supports skills, you know, future initiative, vanguard, you know, tardigrade, stuff like that. And you know that guy had future initiative and he wasn't even doing no healing. It made no sense to me. None. Anyway, guys, that's my time. I appreciate you coming. This is my channel all about gaming. I will be doing some Tetris and some other stuff maybe later on today. Maybe even some Tekken. But this is my division time and this is my build. Until the next time, I'll be showcasing another one. One of my favorites. It's my Road to Power build, which is another skill build. And it's lethal. Straight up. But till next time, and appreciate whoever all stopped by. And I'll see you guys again. Peace.